Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, welcome. I'm Bonnie, Old Soul Mermaid. Today, in this package, I have gotten two decks, two wonderful oracle decks by the wonderful creator MJ Cullinane. So I'm only going to be unboxing one today, so stick around if you want to see which one that is. So if you are not familiar with MJ Cullinane, she is the creator of the wildly popular Crow Tarot. This deck has wonderful collage artwork, and she's well known for her collage work. Now we're going to move this aside and show you the oracle that I will be unboxing. It is the Roar Oracle, and it's packaged just in this bubble wrap, and it does not have any plastic wrap around the deck. So we will lift, well, first we're going to take a look at the beautiful box. Now, this oracle is following famous women in time, and that's what the focus is of the deck. So on the back it says, on those days when you need a little guidance or a boost of inspiration, call on your personal advisory team of 54 trailblazing and inspirational women ready to share their wisdom and insight. Roar Oracle combines a history lesson with a tool for connecting across the veil. So this just came out, and it is still available on her website, crowtarot.com. If you go through and you decide you want to get yourself a copy, I will leave a link below. You see on the side, that looks like Madame Curie. Frida Kahlo. That's probably Ada Lovelace. I'm not sure. We're gonna see. So it's a two-piece box, hard. No thumb cutouts, but the grip isn't very tight. But you know what? Yeah, I can do it, but it takes a little bit. Yeah, this is a box you're not gonna wanna close if you don't have the book or the deck inside. So it's very rudimentary. It looks like it's just, you know, this is just, so it's a very simple box, but that's okay. Look at the cover. Oh my goodness. And here's a book on top. Nice feel to the book. We'll take a look at that in just a second. And look at the backs of the cards. Oh my goodness. These are beautiful, 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 beautiful. Wow. Okay. This is, it feels like, this can't be a linen texture. It's a smooth satin. I would say it's regular oracle deck size, maybe a tad bit bigger. No, I'd say it's probably traditional oracle size. Nice feel to the cardstock. It's like a good US Games cardstock. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to do my usual musical flip through, and then we'll come back and go through the cards again with some commentary. Enjoyed that musical flip through as much as I enjoyed flipping through these cards and looking at these beautiful images. I think this deck is so beautiful with its life, its texture, just the mixed media, collage art. It's stunning, and what I get in the images here is kind of what I wish I would have gotten in the new edition of the Hour Tarot, and we'll bring that out in a second. But just quickly, we're going to go over these cards, maybe, you know, focus on some of these maybe less known notable women. You may or may not know Ada Lovelace. I believe she was an illegitimate child of Lord Byron, one of the first notable mathematicians, female scientists of her day. So yeah, a long time ago. Althea Gibson, renowned tennis player. Amelia Bloomer, and we've all heard of bloomers, early suffragette, early in the movement, created some clothing so she could do activities just like a male, unencumbered. Of course, Amelia Earhart, the famous aviator and author. The sweet Anne Frank, who has influenced and inspired so many people. You know, it would have been very, very interesting to see, and of course we'll never know what Anne Frank would have done or become had she been allowed to live a long and hearty life. Audre Lorde, a feminist and a writer. Of course, Audrey Hepburn, beautiful actress and humanitarian. Benazir Bhutto, former Pakistani Prime Minister, politician. The legendary Lady Sings the Blues, Billie Holiday. Boudica, the Celtic goddess. Shen Shuang Wu, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She was known for her work, notably on the Manhattan Project. Physicist, I think. Dion Fortune was a novelist, I believe. Emmeline Pankhurst was instrumental in bringing women to the vote in the UK. Estee Lauder Cosmetic Maven, of course. Love all those lipstick tubes. Lipstick is my cosmetic weakness. Love lipstick. No llores para mí, Eva Perón. Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Started her own female political party in Argentina and had a musical made about her by Andrew Lloyd Webber. The Fox Sisters. I think they were at the forefront early on, bringing on the spiritualist movement back in the day. The notable artist Frida Kahlo. Georgia O'Keeffe was a pioneer of American modernism with landscaping and flowers. Gertrude Ederle, notable swimmer, American, I believe. Of course, the inspirational Helen Keller. Ida B. Wells Barnett, activist, one of the co-founders of the NAACP. Look at the text in here, added in the card. Can you see? Oh, I hope my phone's picking this up. Ida Lewis, she was a lighthouse keeper. She received a medal for saving some people, and she was very young. She was in her early teens. I think this was back in the 1800s. Irina Sendler, she was a Polish nurse, activist, helped save a lot of children in the Polish resistance. Jane Jacobs is an author. Jean Bouchon Proctor, notable zoologist in the UK, notably for her work with reptiles in the London Zoo. No introduction needed here. The wonderful Josephine Baker and the wonderful Julia Child. Louise Hay, of course, we know the notable publisher and spiritualist. Madame Marie Curie, the first person to win the Nobel Prize twice. Chemist. Night witches. Marina Raskova, pilot, navigator, Russian navigator, pilot. I think like a big notable kind of their Amelia Earhart for them, the equivalent. Mary Coffinware Dennett, she was a homeopath and was pushing for women's contraception, an early pioneer in that. Mary Fields, also known as Stagecoach Mary, early female badass with, and I think one of the most notable African-American mail carriers in the wild and woolly West. Of course, Mary Shelley, author, Frankenstein. Okay, here, Maria Tallchief. This was a card in this picture, this pose. It was in the original Our Tarot deck, but it was removed with the mass market edition, and I was so sad. I love her. She was the first Native American ballerina to be, catapulted to fame, to assolta prima ballerina status by George Balanchine. And yeah, she was a New York City ballet ballerina, and I love what they did with MJ Cullinane did. You have her where she came from here on the plains. You know, you see her buffalo, you see her heritage, but then she's here dancing on stage, bright lights. I don't know if Lincoln Center was around when she was dancing. I think it was. So this could have been Lincoln Center. Just what a difference, you know. What a difference. And I know she wanted to be known. She didn't want to be known as like the first Native American ballerina. She just wanted to be known as a ballerina who happened to be Native American. Maud Wagner, I think she was a circus performer and the first female tattoo artist. So you can see Ultimate Badass Original here. The beautiful Maya Angelou, the well-renowned poet, activist. The Mirabelle sisters. Stump me. We are going to pull this card out so we can read about it in the book. Mother Shipton, also known as Ursula Shipton, well-known prophetess in the UK, early 1800s, or no, earlier, 1600s, I think. Noor Inayat Khan, she was a pacifist and she was a spy for the British during World War II, I believe. If I'm getting any of these wrong, leave it in the comments below. Of course, Pamela Coleman Smith, all inspired by her work. I just love what was done with her card. Beautiful. Octavia Butler, author, poet, activist. Patsy Takamoto Mink. Okay, I think she's in American politics, but it's throwing me off because she's holding a tennis racket. We're going to read about her, but I think, was she the first Asian American in Congress? I think that's possibly it. Well, you know what? I'm going to pull her out and we'll look at the book. When we look at the book, we'll read about her. And now we have Queen Nanny, who, oh gosh, I believe she was a Jamaican leader in the 18th century. I believe that's right. Leave it in the comments below. I don't know much about her, but I think that's right. Huai Jin was a Chinese revolutionary. I do know that. Rachel Carson, a notable marine biologist. And of course, the lady who needs no introduction, the wonderful Rosa Parks. And I just love her pose, her serene expression on her face. It's just so dignified and beautiful. She's a lady in every sense of the word. And another, you know, badass lady with a calm exterior but fire underneath is the notable Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Okay, I'm going to have a hard time with this name. Savitribai Phule. She was an Indian teacher and activist. I think she was the first female teacher, I believe, in India. I believe that's right. I think she was also a poet. If you know more, leave it down in the comments below. We have Shirley Chisholm, politician, first Black American woman elected to Congress. I believe she was from New York, representing New York. Sojourner Truth, abolitionist, poet, storyteller. I'm gonna turn this to the side. I sell the shadow to support the substance. I love that. Vera Menchik, Russian female chess player. I think she was one of the first women to win a notable chess tournament. Vera Rubin, notable astronomer. And of course we have the very celebrated Virginia Woolf, and she was a pioneer in the use of stream of consciousness as a, you know, kind of a way to use a narrative. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh my gosh. You gosh, these cards. The artwork is so stunning. So stunning. We have one more. I found her off to, she got out of order. I had put her off to the side. Toy Purina, and she was a medicine woman in the 1700s, opposed to colonial rule by Spanish missionaries in California. It would have been California. But yes, another notable woman. Oh my goodness. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, so I think we're going to look at the book right now. And I did, because I wasn't sure about these two. We're going to go through the book and we're going to see what we can find. So this is the book. That's beautiful. Same as the box. She says, roar. Okay. Aurora contains 54 cards and inspiring women. However, as you know, there are far more than 54 women in American history whom we would benefit from learning about, and the selection process was not easy. And I'm skipping through. She says, a quick note, not every woman in this deck is perfect. Brave, yes. Outspoken and rebellious, you betcha, but without criticism, no. There are some women who, although they made history and instrumental in creating change, it doesn't necessarily mean we want to be just like them. Boudica is an example of this, as her rage opened the door for her to kill thousands of innocent people, including women. And then she has how to use roar, and it's entirely up to you, she says. Each illustrated card is to help you to connect with the energy of the woman it represents. However, it doesn't mean you need to use it only for divination, although if you choose to, it is very intuitive. You may want to use the Roar deck to learn about the amazing and inspirational lives the women in these cards lived. Maybe you will use the deck like I do by asking a question and then see which of your 54 advisors appears to assist you in the situation. That's a wonderful way, and I think that's how I would use the deck. You may want to pull 3 or more cards to get a more detailed opinion, as each woman brings forward her own experience and insight. Yeah, so if you have one question, depending on who you pull, you're going to get something different out of it. There is no right or wrong way. The only thing that matters is that you find these cards helpful and encouraging. And then it looks like she goes into the cards. No picture. It's just a couple of paragraphs It's very, you know, to the point. Are there any spreads? I don't think there are. No, because it ends with Virginia Woolf. Okay, so it's very, you know, rudimentary. Just you get what you need. And I will say, well, we'll get to it in a second. Let's look at the Mirabelle sisters. Let's see if I can find them in the book. Okay. The Mirabelle sisters, Patria and Minerva and Maria, assassinated for their unwillingness to accept a misogynistic despot. The United Nations designated November 25th as the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women in their honor. From Minerva, if they kill me, I'll reach my arms out from the tomb and I'll be stronger. When I see the Mirabelle sisters, the world legacy comes to mind. Their actions were not buried with their bodies. Their passion for what is right did not die with them. If anything, it grew more fierce and bright as their death ignited a torch for others to follow. Do not be afraid to challenge someone in power. You may discover, although your voice may be the first, it will not be the last. Call on the Mirabelle sisters when you need the courage to face a formidable challenge or someone in power who holds their position over you. Okay, this is fantastic. And look at the butter. This deck, you guys, this deck. Okay, Patsy Takamoto Mink. I do think she's an Asian American, something in politics. Okay, yes. First woman of color and the first Asian American woman to be elected to Congress. Okay. It kind of threw me off because she's holding a tennis racket, but I don't know everything about her, so. Let's see, from Patsy. It is easy enough to vote right and be consistently with the majority, but it is more often more important to be ahead of the majority, and this means being willing to cut the first furrow in the ground and stand alone for a while if necessary. Patsy brings a message of standing up for what's right, even if it's not the popular thing to do. You may be expected to go with the flow or not make waves. However, your voice is important, and your opposition may, in the end, make things better for all. Oh, wonderful. I mean, I hope my phone is picking up the richness and the beauty of this deck, you guys. All right, so this is the Our Tarot deck by Sarah Shipman. And if you have the indie version of this deck, you lucky soul. If you want to get rid of it, notify me, because I really want the original version of this deck. But anyway, this is the the packaging for the mass market deck is beautiful, and I have a full unboxing which I will link down below of this deck. But really, where this deck shines, production value, is in the nice, beautiful pink packaging with the, large clamshell box. But really, for this deck, where it shines is in the book. And all the wonderful information and pictures that you get in the book. And it's so nice that the pictures are so large, because the cards are so dang small. And it has very large borders. So the book is so valuable. If you're choosing, thinking about getting this deck, you're going to get the visual loveliness of the collage work in the book and not really in the cards. I don't know why they made the cards so small, but you also get a good amount of information in this book about each of these notable women in the Our Tarot. So we're going to put this aside. If you have both decks and you wanted to use both decks together, it would be nice if you did a spread and you pulled two of the same, wouldn't it? So I pulled out the overlapping cards in each deck, and you can see the difference. Now this is the Hour Tarot, and of course this is the Roar Oracle. And look at the difference. Look at the difference. This is the tarot deck. Look how small it is. It's smaller than average tarot size. And then for the intricacies of all the beautiful collage work that Sarah Shipman did, you've got the large border. Okay, I still like the deck because of the energy and the work that you can do with it, but it does put me off a little bit. I don't work with it as often as I should because of that reason, and that's why I would like the original indie deck, because it's larger cards. But I think I'm more inclined to work with it now that I have this Oracle deck, because now this Oracle deck is making me want to work with it. So here is and you can see different collage styles, and this is a bit more washed out. I wish they would have brought out the colors a little more, but be that as it may. Okay, so we have Ada Lovelace as an overlapping card, and Marie Curie, Amelia Earhart, Anne Frank, Frida Kahlo, Helen Keller, and there aren't very many pictures of Mary Shelley, so you can see the same one is used, but look at the difference. My goodness. Wow. Sojourner Truth, Josephine Baker, Ida B. Wells. Here she's just Ida B. Wells, and here she's Ida B. Wells Barnett. Octavia Butler. Boudica. So this is an artist rendition, you know, because we don't have really any pictures of Boudica. And Benazir Bhutto. Well, that concludes my walkthrough of the new Roar Oracle by MJ Cullinane. Let me know what you think, you guys. Are you getting the same vibes out of this deck that I am? I think it is stunning. It is a beautiful achievement. It really accomplishes what I wanted the Hour Tarot to be. Again, the Hour Tarot was wonderful, but this really captures the essence of these notable women in, I believe, what did I say? It was like 54 cards, and 54 women. It is beautiful. It is stunning. I believe it captures the essence of each of these women. I'm just flabbergasted. I really, really am. And let me know if you're getting the same energy off of this deck, you know, by this video, just watching this flip through as I am handling the cards, looking at these cards. I think it is stunning. Now, this deck is very economical. You'll be surprised how economical. I believe I paid about $39 for it. And as I know, while I'm filming this, this deck is still available, and I will leave a link below. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you are looking for a female-centric historical deck to work with, I think this is it. I do. I really, really do. If you don't use it for divination, just for altar cards, there's so many ways you can use this beautiful deck. Just bravo, MJ Cullinane. Bravo. I'm so excited. I am really excited about this deck. I really am, as you can tell. So if you found any value to this video, if this put this deck on your wish list, if you found it entertaining in any way, let me know by hitting a like, a subscribe, the notification bell. I come back with videos quite often. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will leave you to get on with your beautiful day. Bye for now.